It's AaroniMoses, and this video is about chakra exercises. Now, if you saw my third eye exercises video, if you didn't, I'm putting it back out just so you guys can have that with this one. And that is the reason for me not including any third eye or six chakra exercises. If you don't know what a chakra is, I'm gonna put a couple links in the description explaining what a chakra is. But basically, a chakra is the organs of your soul. Okay, neither there is no chakra that is more important than the other. They're all equal. Some of them are different for other people. Some of them will be different colors. Some of them will be in different places. Some of them will resonate with different sounds or vibrations or things like that. But basically, for all chakras, there are a few exercises that are going to do the same things for all of them. Firstly, I'm going to give you this. So before there was the physical body, obviously, there was the soul. And how I think about it is you have to treat your soul or your chakras exactly how you would treat your body or anything else to make it bigger, better, stronger, faster, just better overall. How do you build muscle? You build muscle by feeding yourself, by taking in what muscles are made out of: protein, water, sugar, expanding them, contracting them, and letting them rest. That's exactly how you would empower a chakra. Some basic exercises or some basic things you can do to empower your chakras: talking to them, talk to your chakras, wearing the color of that chakra, vibrating on them, which is basically singing or chanting, drinking and eating the colors of the food, the color foods that your chakra is. So if you want to strengthen your sacral chakra, you drink a lot of orange juice, eat a lot of carrots. All right. So we're gonna start from the root, go up, and I'm gonna skip the sixth eye and the sixth chakra and the third eye. All right. So first, the root chakra. Basically, to strengthen the root chakra, everybody knows grounding. One thing about this is your root chakra is the most important chakra when it comes to spiritual circulation. Okay, not the most important chakra in your whole system, but your root chakra is the heart of your circulation. Your root chakra is basically exactly what your physical heart is, but, or you can say your lungs. Your physical heart or your lungs, but for your soul. Your spiritual heart, your spiritual lungs. This is the most important chakra when it comes to circulation. It's different from the heart. So basically what you do is you can do any yoga poses that will spread your legs apart, like some people call it the frog, where you put your heels together and you go down and come up. I can't show you obviously, but another thing that you can do is to build a lot of psychic energy from the throat up and direct it to the root. A lot of people, when they ground through the root and put it in the earth. If it becomes too overwhelming for you, you always have that option. But build all these third eye energies, build all these crown energies, build all these throat energies, and breathe it into your root chakra. Keep it there. And if it becomes too overwhelming, you can breathe it into the earth. You can breathe it into a stronger chakra, or you can program it to circulate. Okay, if you put it there and just let it fizzle away, that's what it's doing. It's circulating in your soul. It's not just going away. All right, so next, your sacral chakra. One thing that you can do, the most basic thing that you can do is, if you don't usually watch like ridiculousness or contact sports or YouTube clips of people getting hurt, if you've been working on this chakra like all week and you watch those things, you will have a specific effect. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but if you do that and you watch something like ridiculousness or skateboard accidents online, you're going to feel something different that you haven't felt before, and you will know what to do from there. But another exercise is masturbation. If you masturbate, bring yourself as close to an orgasm as you can. Stop and breathe all of that sexual energy, everything that you feel around you, inside your body and outside your body, and direct it into your sacral chakra, into a ball, and keep it there. All right. Next, the solar plexus. The solar plexus is probably one of the more easy ones, just because it is of the sun. So what you do, go in the sun, sit in the sun, breathe it in. Go to the moon, breathe that in. Meditate, go outside. It's like an echolocation thing. Just imagine, and it should be like a reflex eventually, but just imagine that your solar plexus is a ball, and expand it. Just send a big signal and just see what you feel. Feel what you feel. Observe. Another thing, of course, for the lower chakras, you have the luxury, and the heart, you have the luxury of doing certain exercise, and the throat too. The luxury of doing certain exercises, and as far as physical exercises, yoga and things like that, that can stimulate these areas that you don't have for the third eye and the crown. Of course, you can, touching the chakras and talking to them, putting your hands on the chakras will make them stronger. But you can do sit-ups, you can do all kind of physical movements that will stimulate these chakras and ultimately make them stronger. Another thing, basically, because the solar plexus is the twin brother of the third eye or the sixth chakra, basically everything that you do for the third eye, sixth chakra, you can do for the solar plexus. That's why I didn't make too many lists. The solar plexus is the third eye of your body, is the third eye of your lower chakras. This is the most psychic chakra outside, under the heart. All right. People say go with your heart, go with your gut feeling. They're talking about the feeling that the solar plexus produces. So if you want to do the card thing where you pull the cards and you try to guess if it's black or red, or you roll the dice and you try to guess if it's even or odd, you can do that with your solar plexus as well. You just direct your focus. Okay? So everything that you do with the third eye, you can do with your solar plexus. That's what it's for. they're supposed to work together. They're supposed to, the lower chakras actually fuel the upper chakras, is what I was told. It's more like a pet master type thing. You take care of your dog, you feed your dog, and when intruders come, your dog barks, and you stay safe that way. Like a driver in a car. If you want to be more, like a country and its citizens. The citizens give the power to the president, and the president is supposed to empower the citizens. All right. So next, going up would be the heart. Four things. First thing you can do, your hands, the chakras in your hands, which I'm not gonna cover, are a direct extension, besides your shoulders, of your heart. They're an extension of your heart. So you can clap your hands, rub your hands together, absorb fucking solar energy, absorb lunar energy, breathe them in from your hands, and focus them on your heart. This is going to open up your hands, your fingers, your shoulders, and a lot of extensions that you have. Another thing that I like to do is meditate on the moon with your hands or not, and direct the ball of energy through your third eye or into your root, and bring it up your spine or down your spine. Bring it to the back extension of your heart. Bring it to your middle, your heart center, and shoot a beam of light, silver, similar to whatever beam of light that you visualized the moon was, and connect it to the moon, and just let it build a relationship with the moon. The thing about this is, if you do it with the moon, anything you do with the moon or the sun, you have to do with the moon or the sun the next day. So if you do this exercise with the moon, you have to do it with the sun, or you could be thrown off balance. If you don't want to do that, you can always go to the solar plexus. Connect the solar plexus and the heart. All right. You can jump. Doing jumping jacks opens and strengthens the heart. You can describe what natural phenomenons, the beauty of natural phenomenons. And you could do it with, if you have children or a wife or a pet, but it's more so gonna be easier. It might not be so easy because if you live in an environment where you don't really have a lot of trees, or you live in a smoggy ass area and you can't see the sky at night all the time. But if you have some kind of emotional attachment to anything, meditating on that will help you. Another thing is, this kind of relates to the sacral, and it makes sense that, the whole watching people get hurt thing. But if you might not know this, but if you want to heal, you need to be able to hurt or feel, not hurt, but you have to be able to perform the opposing task if you want to be great at anything. If you want to be able to, or fully understand it, if you want to heal, you have to at least know how to hurt. Okay, if you want to hurt, you should know how to heal. Okay, so meditating on hatred. My definition of hatred is being infatuated, being in love with the suffering of something. Loving to see something in immense fucking pain. Okay? If you fucking hate polar bears, you wanna see a polar bear with his fucking knees broken crawling across the Antarctica fucking ice floor, bleeding with his throat off, you have to be able to feel hate. You're a fucking human being. Don't let people tell you that you're not supposed to hate or that you're not supposed to get pleasure from anything or anybody being in pain, alright? There's somebody, whether they're historical, whether they're fiction, there's somebody or a place that you want to see in pain, on fire, screaming, drowning, alright? So next, for the throat, which is actually the inspiration behind this video, the throat, you can do breathing exercises, yogic breaths, but through the mouth. And when you do these, you should feel your throat. Breathe, inhale through your mouth as well as through the center, directly from it. If you want to do something, even if you don't want to do hella breathing exercises, or you don't want to make it too complex, sometimes when people do research on things, it fucks them up in their techniques and things like that. So you can do something so simple as and as long as you can feel the air, or the spiritual element of air, coming through your throat, directly through this, not through your mouth, but coming directly from the universe, from your surroundings into your throat, that will strengthen your throat chakra. Next is speaking louder than you usually do. This will help. I actually got this from a video by Lord Okidiosai from 13 Cosmic Law, when he was talking about how to get superhuman strength. He was saying if you want to get superhuman strength, what you do is you pick things up in an exaggerated way. So not just, I don't have anything around me, this Snicker bar. Not just picking the Snicker bar up like that, picking it up, because that will form certain muscle memories and prepare your brain to do more than it's supposed to as far as moving objects, which helps with your telekinesis, if that's what you're trying to train yourself for. But speaking louder than you usually do will stimulate certain spiritual energies and certain, even probably certain hormones, and it will affect how people perceive you, of course, and they will be more focused. They will give your throat chakra more focus and more energy, more power. You give it thoughts, you give it power, like I always say. I mean, that's just a fact. Last is, well, not last actually, I'm just gonna say this first one. Make animal noises and imitations of people or things. If you wanna imitate water, air, fire, if you can find a sound for earth that you want to imitate, or animals, different comedians, different public figures and celebrities, because this puts your mind in a certain state that will remind it what you are supposed to sound like. If you've ever stared at a picture of an American flag, that is not or any flag of your country, that is not the colors that it really is. For example, the colors of the American flag are red, white, and blue. Now, if you stare at of a flag colored yellow, green, and black, and you stare at it for I think like 30 seconds, and you look away, you'll see a red, white, and blue American flag, because that's not what your brain is usually saying. You've been programmed to see a red, white, and blue American flag. And you should definitely try it. If you've never had that experience, try it. Go to, I don't know if it works electronically, but we had this little picture in our textbooks and we were supposed to do it. We looked away. It was a science textbook, but your brain is not going to be used to hearing your voice in a certain way, and it will solidify what is supposed to be there in your brain and in your soul. Another thing that you can do, which is why I'm so glad I got my mic, you can record on your phone, on a microphone if you have it, an affirmation. This is my voice. I love my voice. This is what I sound like. It is powerful. People listen to it, and I express myself wisely. Okay? But listening to your voice and you saying, "This is my voice," will definitely help you. The last thing that you can do is, I keep saying more, but singing with a person will do the same thing. If you not singing with a person, just holding a specific tone while that person holds a specific tone. Like if you ever see little kids, like they'll put their foreheads together and they'll fucking yell or some shit. If you do that, you will be able to hear and feel the sounds that you're producing, separate them and yourself from the universe, and identify what is coming from you. Singing, of course, by yourself could probably help that too, but I haven't tried that. I'm not much of a singer. Lastly, for real, the last thing that you can do is practice your lying. Not practicing your lying. What you do, you go in the mirror and you tell 5 lies, small lies, and then you say 5 things that are factual, that are personal, maybe some things that you might consider a big truth, or something that you might consider a secret, something that you've never actually said out loud, something that you might feel, and you can do this to exercise the other chakras, something that you might feel guilty about, shameful about, if you're mourning anybody, feeling a lot of emotions, okay? Because lying closes the throat chakra. Telling the truth and expressing yourself opens it, stimulates it, all right? So that will expand and contract. And of course, for all of these, like I said, you need to feed your chakras what they're made out of. Lights, vibration, sound, color, all right? Before you do a lot of these. And the crown, only have one, well, I'll give you a couple. One thing that you can do is exactly what I told you for the root chakra. The crown and the root are twins. Build physical energy, maybe even sexual energy, and breathe it up through your crown. Don't store it there. Breathe it through your crown, and you can build these energies, breathe them through the crown, and circulate them outside of yourself, back through the root and through the crown again. You can do that. You don't have to breathe it out to the universe and let it fucking go away and go to some source that you don't want to feed. Keep it in your aura. Breathe it up your spine or up your center chakras, through the crown, out, hold it, and push it back to your root, around you, and do it again. When you do this, you might want to visualize a fountain. So you breathe it out through your root, a fountain or like a sprinkler, one of the two, and just see all these lights in the form of water, or water in the form of lights, excuse me, and let it fall on the sides of you, soak it back in through your root, and keep doing it. Another thing is, if you feel angry, you can do this. This is an amazing meditation. If you ever feel angry, or even in the moment, if you're angry at the time, identify where that anger is coming from. Everybody says anger comes from the solar plexus, the root, and the heart. Wherever, it could be coming from anywhere, but mainly anger comes from one of those 3 places: the root, the solar plexus, and the heart. My anger comes from usually my heart or my solar plexus. wherever it's coming from, identify it, feel it, and push it through the crown and out. Don't circulate that shit. Just let it go. Just let it go somewhere. Don't think about it, but breathe it in and out. And of course, the third eye exercises, 6, I already told you. I made a full video. I think that shit's like 10 minutes, 9 minutes or something like that. But that's it, man. The basic meditations to make all the chakras stronger, I already said it. You can ground to any chakra. So if you're having heart issues or you want to strengthen your heart, you can build a little psychic energy, little crown upper chakra energy, do some squats and ground those energies to your heart. Grounding means attaching, pushing one thing, attaching one thing to the other. So you don't have to just ground to earth. You can ground to the moon. You can feel the psychic energies, visualize yourself sitting on the moon and ground to the moon. You can ground to your son or your daughter. You can ground to your fucking Xbox. Okay, so when people try to get on your Xbox, you fucking know. You can ground to your house. You can ground to your bed. You can ground to your animal. My favorite thing is vibrations. I work with the planets a lot. That's really it. Staying close to the elements. Earth, air, fire, water, ether. Putting those elements inside you, just realizing these are the building blocks of life for us. Using sexual energy, using kundalini energy. Sexual energy is awesome to work with. Breathing exercises, mantras, yoga, avoid meditation. The two last tips I'm gonna give you, then I'm gonna shut it down. If you're gonna empower your chakras, two things that you need to do. First of all, like I said, you need to intake what these chakras are made out of. I'm gonna give you 3 tips actually. You need to intake what these chakras are made out of. Light, which is color, and sound, and sexual energy. One of those 3. Then, if you work on one chakra, you need to work on the opposing chakra, the twin brother or sister chakra, whatever you want to call them. If you work on the root, you gotta work on the crown. You work on the solar plexus, you gotta work on the 6th. You work on the heart, you gotta work on the aura. The heart doesn't have an opposite. If you work on the heart, you gotta work on the extensions of the heart, whatever. Or you could work on the crown and the solar plexus. Or the aura. Just stick with the aura, fuck it. Or your body. You work on the heart chakra, you might want to focus on physical exercises. And the last thing you need to do is void meditate. Make sure that you're doing something to strengthen your self-control, strengthen your focus. Fucking void meditate, definitely. Void meditation is basically where you look at something, think no thoughts, and just focus on that one thing. Don't let any thoughts enter your brain, and don't entertain any thoughts that you may produce. So that's it, man. If you want more information, I was gonna put out a money ritual video. If you want to see that, if that's going too deep, let me know. If you want to see it, let me know. I'm gonna give you 3 rituals in one video. If you want me to make that one, if you want me to make a part 2 to this, give you some more exercises. I didn't get these out of any books. I meditated, and these are the exercises that I got. So yeah, that's it, man. It's AaroniMoses. Socialize with me: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Best ways to reach me are my email, Facebook, and my website. Alright, that's it. Peace.